Good day, Cramming Engineer. So for today's lesson, we will be tackling kinetics of particles. Okay guys, so yung kinetics of particles, it is a branch of dynamics that focuses on the relationship between the force acted upon an object and its motion or its acceleration. Dito, we have multiple routes kung paano natin kunin yung mga parameters na kakailanganin natin. So, nakadepende rin siya sa given ng mga problems. So, we have first force mass acceleration or the FMA method. The second is the work energy principle. Third is impulse momentum principles. And actually, yan lang yung tatlo. And yung number 4 is impact. Okay, so this is a special topic. So, let's dive in sa force mass acceleration, FMA method. Yun lang muna yung i-discuss natin this video. So, ang pinaka-important na kailangan natin na malaman na concept for force mass acceleration method is Newton's second law. I know that familiar naman halos lahat about Newton's second law. It just states that a particle acted upon by an unbalanced force F experiences an acceleration A that has the same direction as the force and a magnitude that is directly proportional to the force. Okay, so in mathematical formula, that is it. Okay, so yung force, the uneven force or the net force acted on a body will cause an acceleration to that body, and the direction of the force is the same as the direction of the acceleration. Okay, so this is the general formula. So if we are dealing with rectilinear motion, pwede natin kunin yung rectangular components ng ating force. So pwede natin itong hatiin into its components. So we have summation of the forces in the x direction will be equal to the mass times the acceleration in the x direction as well. Okay, so applicable daw sa lahat ng axes. So kung nasa y direction, of course, dapat nasa y direction din yung acceleration. If meron pa tayong nasa z direction, kasi applicable naman to sa 3-dimensional space. Okay, so this is also equal to that. Ayan, pag rectilinear motion. Okay, so for curvilinear motion naman guys, ito kasi, this is for rectilinear motion. Pag curvilinear motion naman, magdadagdag lang tayo ng tangential and normal components. Okay? So, of course, kasama pa rin to kapag curvilinear, but we will also have summation of the forces in the tangential direction, and that will be equal to the mass times the tangential acceleration. Okay? And also for the normal component, okay, so we have this one, acceleration in the normal direction. Okay, so this is for curvilinear. So we solve this parang sa statics lang din, So the first step is to first draw the FBD. And also, ang additional na ginagawa natin dito kapag nasa kinetics na tayo is to draw the KT. Okay, so ang FBD guys, alam na natin to, it's the free body diagram. So we just have to free the body, so kailangan lang natin i-isolate yung body and then i-expose natin lahat ng mga forces na available doon sa body na yon. So that's the FBD. The next one is to equate that FBD to its KD, or this is called the kinetic diagram. So kung itong FBD is just kumbaga still lang yung body, dito sa kinetic diagram it shows the second part, or ito nasa right hand part, yung acceleration or yung movement naman ng ating body. Okay? So kaya nga siya kinetics of particles because we are trying to relate the forces na siya ay nare-represent sa FBD and as well as the motion. Okay, so sa kinetic diagram natin makikita yung motion ng body. Para lang siyang extended lang ng ating mga problems sa statics, ang kinaibahan nito, hindi na siya equilibrium yung mga forces, meron na tayong imbalance forces, and therefore that imbalance force causes the acceleration, okay? And that is equal to ma. Dati guys, kung maalala nyo, sa statics, summation of force is equal to 0. Okay? So ngayon is equal to ma na. Okay? So let's solve an example para mas maintindihan po natin kung paano siya nag-work. So let's look at this. A casting has a mass of 3 capital mg. So ano yung mg? That is megagrams. So that is just equivalent to 3 times 10 raised to 6, no, grams, or that is also equal to 3,000 kilograms. Okay, so ito na lang yung gagamitin natin. Suspended in a vertical position and initially at rest. Okay, it is given an upward speed of 200 millimeters per second in 0.3 seconds using a crane hook H. Okay, determine the tensions in cable AC and AB. So yung tensions dito sa ropes na to during this time interval if the acceleration is constant. Okay? So ibig sabihin guys, kung ano man yung acceleration na binigay due to yung binigay na speed doon sa body, constant na yan. Okay? So let's first compute for the acceleration, So we know that our acceleration is just the difference between the initial and yan. We know that acceleration is just the difference between the velocity, yung final and initial, all over the time. So, ang initial daw is 0 kasi at rest siya. So, this is 0. Ang V na to is 200 mm per second, or that is, instead of 200 millimeters per second, gawin na lang natin 0.2 meters per second. Okay? Over 0.3 seconds. Okay? So, yan po yung ating acceleration, and that is equal to 0.66667 meters per second squared. Okay? So, that will be our acceleration. Okay. So, let's draw first our FBD, Pasensya na kayo kung medyo pangit yung magiging drawing natin dito. So, ayan. Kopyahin lang natin. Okay, so this is our FBD. So, pwede nating isulat to. This will be the tension, AB, and this will be tension, AC. Okay, so tandaan niyo yung angle dito is 30. So, kung 30 yan, guys, and we know that this is perpendicular dito, sa plane na to. So, if that is 30, this is 90. Para maging 180 yung internal angle nitong triangle, this must be 60. Okay? Same as dito. Okay, so, ito ay 60 degrees and this is 60 degrees as well. And itong force sa baba, that is the weight, and that is equal to the mass times the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so this is the FBD, and sabi this should be equal to the KB. So, drawing natin yung kinetic diagram. So, yan lang din siya. And it should have an acceleration of, okay? And, syempre may mass siya. Hindi naman dito, guys, nilagay yung other masses, Wala naman nakalagay kung anong mass ng rope and nung hook or whatever, yung mass lang nung casting, So, kapag ganyan, i-consider na lang natin negligible yung masses nung other components dito, okay? So, para hindi na natin siya isama dito sa MNET. Ayan, let's first get the summation of forces. Dito tayo mag-sum ng forces sa FBD, and that will be equal to the mass times acceleration. Okay, ganun po ba? Ay, ganun po. So, ayan. Itong problem na to, meron tayong nasa X and meron tayong nasa Y direction. So, pwede nating hatiin ito sa mga components nila, So, kunin muna natin yung nasa X direction. Okay, para medyo simple. Let's get the X components of the forces here available. So, sa TAB and TAC, sa tension forces, meron tayo dyan, tig-isa sila, So, let's write TABX. Lagyan natin pala dito, sorry, na convention. Positive tayo pagpa-right, guys, So, this will be, yung TABX is positive kasi papunta siya dito. Okay? And minus tayo ng TAC X kasi siya ay pakaliwa. Okay po ba? And that will be, may acceleration po ba tayo in the X direction? Gumagalaw po ba siya dito or papunta dyan? Of course, hindi po. Paakyat lang po siya. Okay, so therefore, this will be 0. Okay, so this is equal to 0. Okay, so sa madaling sabi, TAPX minus TACX is equal to 0, or TAB in the X direction will be TAC in the X direction. Equal sila ng magnitude. Okay? Magkabaliktaran lang sila ng direction. So, paano natin kukunin yan? That will be, yung X component is, kukunin lang natin yung cosine ng angle, which is 60. So TAB cosine 60 is equal to TAC. Yung angle ng TAC is also 60. So cosine 60. So magka-cancel lang si cosine 60. So pwede natin masabi or makonclude that TAP is equal to TAC. Okay? So itong tension forces na to, they are just equal. Okay? So yun yung una. Then let's do the summation of forces in the y direction naman. And that should be equal to, kung titingnan natin yung KD, that should be equal to the mass times the acceleration in the y direction. Okay? So kunin naman natin guys yung mga forces in the y direction. Ano yung mga forces in the y? Of course, yung component ng TAB and yung component ng TAC as well as yung weight. Okay? So I'll write that as TAP sine theta. Y ko na lang muna, no? TAB, Y, plus TAC, Y. Positive sila pareho kasi when paakyat, positive yung ating convention kapag paakyat. Okay? And minus the weight, and that will be equal to, ayan, mass times acceleration in the Y direction. Okay po? So, yung hinahanap dito, yung question dito is what is the tension? Okay? So, kailangan natin malaman itong mga to. So, yung MAY, nakuha na natin yan guys. Ito yan. Okay? So, let's compute. So, TAB sine 60 plus TAC sine 60 also minus weight which is mg, so 3,000 kilograms times 9.8 meters per second squared, and that is equal to 3,000 kilograms, and yung acceleration niya is 0.6667 meters per second squared. Okay? So let's move this sa other side. And we know guys that TAB and TAC are just equal. So ito ay equal ko na lang sa T. Okay? So magiging 2T, no? Sine 60. And that will be equal to, since both ay nakamultiply sa 3,000, lagay ko na lang ng 3,000 kilograms. Since negative to, pag nilipat natin, that will be positive, i-add ko na lang yung dalawa. Meters per second squared plus 0.6667 meters per second squared. Okay po ba? So to get T, kailangan ko lang i-divide by 2 sine 60 yung buong equation. So that is 3,000 kilograms times 9.8 meters per second squared plus 0.66667 meters per second squared over 2 sine 60, and that will give me a tension of, sorry guys, 9.81 pala na yung ating 9.81 po yung ginagamit pala natin na acceleration due to gravity. Dapat actually 9.806, pero sa dynamics okay na 9.81. Okay? So the answer is 18.1461 kilonewtons. Okay, and this is equal to TAB and also TAC. Okay, so this is our first answer. Okay, so ayan I hope na-appreciate kung ano yung use ng FVD at ng KD. So ini-equate lang talaga, ito lang talaga yung nagiging basehan guys ng ating equation. Dito sa sa FBT, dito ka magbe-base ng summation ng forces mo, and dito naman sa KD, dito ka kukuha mass times acceleration or yung movement in yung body. Okay, so let's move on to another example. So the 160 megagram train travels with a speed of 80 kilometers per hour when it starts to climb the slope. if the engine exerts a traction force of 1/20 of the weight of the train and the rolling resistance FD is equal to 1/500 of the weight of the train, determine the deceleration of the train. Okay? So, yung mass natin is 160 megagrams or that's 160,000 kilograms. So, therefore, yung weight natin dito is mg. So, that is 9.81 times 160K. So, that is 1569600 newtons. That is the weight. So, yung FT or yung traction force, that is 1/20 of this weight. So, divided by 20. So, this is 7, that is the weight over 20. So, this is 78480 newtons. Yung rolling resistance FD naman daw is equal to 1/500 of the weight. So, weight divided by 500. So, this is equal to 3,139.2 newtons. Okay? So, na-compute na natin itong mga to. So, let's draw yung ating FBD. So, sabi this is 10, this is 1. So, para makuha natin ito, yung hypotenuse, just use Pythagorean theorem, that is square root of 10 squared plus 1 squared. So, 10 squared is 100 plus 1 squared is 1. So, 101, square root of 101. So, this is the square root of 101. Okay? Ilalayo ko lang siya dyan. Kasi, ito. We'll treat this body as a particle lang, you know? And yung traction force, kumbaga ito yung force na tumutulak sa kanya, paakyat. So, this is your FT. Yung FD naman, yan yung, kumbaga, kabaligtaran. So, yun yung rolling resistance. Kasi, of course, may ano to, may gulong to, no? Imagine nyo, syempre, kung hindi ka naman naka-brakes yan or wala kang force forward, this will, for sure, roll down. Okay? So, that is the rolling resistance na tinatawag. So, we both have those two. Okay? So, ano pa yung sunod? The weight. The weight is always vertically or is always perpendicular to the ground. Okay? Hindi, guys, dito sa incline, ano? Kung hindi siya siya pala ay palaging vertical. Okay? Palagi siyang vertical. This will be my weight. And, of course, we will have our normal force there. Okay? So, the question is, what is this angle? So, yung angle na yan, guys, this theta is also this theta. Okay? So, bakit po ganun yung nangyari? Let's look at this example, quick lang, para ma-prove ko lang sa inyo that those angles are the same. Let's say that this is 30 degrees and you have a normal force here. Tandaan nyo, guys, yung normal force that is always perpendicular to the surface. And, ayan, this is our weight, which is always perpendicular naman, or which is always vertical naman pala. Okay? So, if that is vertical, this must be 90 degrees. Tama? If that is 90 degrees, and this is also 90 degrees, kasi, well, perpendicular siya doon sa surface. If this is 90 degrees, this is 30 degrees, then this must be what? Okay, para maging 180 yung internal angle, that should be 60 degrees. Okay? And since this whole angle is 180, and this is already 60, this is already 90, this must be what? That must be 30. Okay? So, equal siya dito. Okay po? So, kung ano man yung angle na to, yan rin yung angle na to. Okay po ba? Okay, so we've drawn the FBD. Let's now show the KD naman. That is the acceleration. Okay? So, ang gawin na lang natin, guys, is let's sum the force along the incline. Okay? So, positive siya kapag along the incline or paakyat siya doon sa incline. Okay, guys? Para hindi na natin kunin yung components kasi, well, kung i-rotate natin ito, no? Imagine nyo, itong buong ito ay i-rotate natin such that magiging pantay itong incline, itong incline. magiging horizontal na lang. So, para ka lang din nakatingin sa hindi naka-incline. Okay? So, ganun na lang ang gagawin natin. Instead na kunin natin yung mga components, let's just sum the forces along the incline. Okay? So, ano yung forces along the incline? Kung mapapansin nyo naman kasi, karamihan naman ng forces ay along the incline or parallel dun sa surface. Okay? So, ano yung mga papunta dun sa kanan or paakyat ng incline? That will be FT. Ano naman yung kontra? That will be FD. And ano pa? Kung mapansin nyo, you still have the weight. Okay? Yung weight, paano mo kunin yung part na along the incline? Of course, this will be it. I'll draw it in green. So that will be the weight times, kasi ito ay opposite, so sine ng theta. This is minus W sine theta. Okay po? So yan lahat yung forces along the incline. Okay, so yung normal force, kailangan ba natin? No. Bakit? Kasi kung with respect doon sa incline, siya ay perpendicular. Okay? So wala siya. Wala siya ambag doon sa direction. Okay po ba? Siya ay papunta doon. Okay? And let's equate this to RM times A. Tandaan nyo, itong A na to, that is along the incline din. Okay po? So, let's do this. Meron na tayong FT, meron na rin tayong FD, meron tayong weight. So, what will be the theta? So, we now have ito. And alam natin that 101 sine theta, or the hypotenuse times sine theta, that will give me 1. Okay, so our sine theta, that is just 1 over the square root of 101. Okay po? So, let's write our givens, or mga na-compute pala natin. So, that is 78,480 newtons minus our FD, which is 3139.2 newtons, minus weight, which is, yun, laki, 1569,600. Ang sine theta natin is 1 over square root of 101. And this should be equal to the mass, which is 160,000 kilograms times the acceleration. So, ayan na. Pwede natin compute si acceleration. And yung acceleration is negative 0.5052514. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo guys, negative yung acceleration. That is because, well, it is decelerating. Okay? Actually, yun naman talaga tinatanong ko. Determine the deceleration of the train. Okay? So, the acceleration is negative 0.5052514,836 meters per second. That is the acceleration. Okay? So, kung deceleration yung tinatanong, o di yung ano lang guys, yung magnitude lang nito. Okay. So, that will be all for this lesson. Thank you. I hope naintindihan po.